Hello, everybody. Welcome to Expansion Network. This is show number 98. 98. Yes, you heard it well. Almost 100 episodes already of the Ask Julius Show. And obviously, we have with us again Kasey Speer. As you know, every single one of those 98 episodes, 97, today 98. Kasey has been channeling Julius and their group of entities, and we have received literally hundreds, probably most likely over 1,000 questions already from the audience of things that they never dared to ask, but they dare to ask to Kasey because she channels Julius and their group of entities. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Hi, Kasey. How are you?
I'm so good. Thanks everybody for being here with us this week. Sorry about last week. Had a tornado. Couldn't do anything about that. We tried, but we couldn't quite make it on. So thanks everybody for your patience. And it's super great to be back here with everybody today.
Absolutely. We tried last week. Actually, we communicated over the different social media outlets that we typically broadcast our show to. We already told you that we had these kind of challenges we never wanted to have, and obviously impossible for us to plan yet. But still, obviously, we wanted to be here because every single Thursday, every single Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the Ask Julius Show. Okay, so let's start with, because we have a lot of questions. And actually today I'm going to start with this incredible session. Hold on, it's going to be actually a session that we have as a special this week. And actually I wanted to start just showing the visual because it's amazing. And I wanted also everybody to know what are we going to be announcing later on in the show. And let's actually share the QR code, because if you want to be and you want to go to this incredible page I'm going to share right now, just 1 second, please. Here it is. How limiting beliefs are judgments of self. How limiting beliefs are judgments of self. As usual, we have these incredible, visuals that have been designed, developed, created by our incredible production team with incredible creative individuals that go beyond anything we could expect. And later on in the session today, later on in our show, we're going to be giving you the details about this incredible How Limiting Beliefs Are Judgments of Self session that's going to happen in the upcoming days. All right. So just wanted to give you, it's going to be live Zoom events where already, I guess, excuse me. Yeah. So was it actually the last, is the last module today?
Yeah. We actually are in it. We were of course hoping to talk about it last week. We are in it right now, but you can still climb on. And in fact, we're going to be climbing on that last module right after the show. So if people want to climb on and be part of it, they can hit that QR code and get themselves set up for us to finish up that course here when we're done with the show.
Excellent. So we'll try to make sure that we finish on time today. And that's why we started a little bit early, because we wanted to make sure that you will be able to join it after today. Just after our show today, you will be able to. So if you wanted to know more during the show, just send an email to support@channelingjulius.com. Support@channelingjulius.com, and our production team will be able to sign you up for this event. All right. So let's go to the first question. 1 second here. All right, let me make myself small for the rest of the show. So the main screen is for Kasey and her interaction and channeling with Julius and their group of entities. 1 second, let me go to. All right, so I'll start with an offline question then, coming from Jeanette. All right, so basically it's a question about how her boss treats her. I would like to know, how can I work on myself in order for me to not repeat similar experiences? It's not the first time that I have managers like this one. I live on top of a mountain and the closest city is very small. Most jobs are seasonal and there are not many options. I'm still looking for another job.
Okay. Sorry, Angel, can you repeat that just a little bit? Is she asking why she's having a difficult time finding a job? What is she asking?
So basically, apparently she explained in the previous show that she had issues with her manager. and she was wondering why she has issues with her managers with certain frequency. That's why. That was her question. But thank you.
Yeah, Master, we're just telling you that when energy frequencies don't match, they don't match. And the biggest challenge is regulating your frequency or making decisions as to whether you're going to dilute yourself. You're going to dilute yourself to fit with somebody else. Now, you certainly can. You can play down your energy if you feel like you are in a situation where you need to do that. Then reel your energy in just a little bit. And how do you do that? You literally just picture a big expansive light in your heart and you just hold it right there. Don't do visualizations of projecting your light outward. Hold it a little bit closer to your heart. Okay. And that will help kind of reduce the projection of your energy. So maybe it's not quite as irritating and doesn't quite rub people the wrong way. If that's the way that you need to play it, that would be a suggestion for you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Next question from Ashley Bell Caswell. I have had pain off and on with my right wrist for years. I understand that it must be something I'm not resolving in my life involving movement forward. Do you have any insight about this to help?
Yeah, you're a prisoner. So it has to do with being imprisoned by a male figure in your life. That's what that has to do with. So either somebody from your childhood truly, imprisoned you, enslaved you, you feel imprisoned by them, you feel limited by them, or it could be somebody in your current situation at this time. But anything with wrists is being bound, or feeling like you're in a prison with somebody. Right hand is male energy, left hand is female energy. So that's what that is, bound and imprisoned.
All right, fair enough. Thank you so much. And we have obviously a lot of people arriving here at the show. I already showed Angel Wings Amanda. She was really early. Then we have our friend Greg Nyman Jr. Hello, everyone. Love being here. Absolutely. We do too, having you. And we have Yesenia Lopez here as well. Blessings. Absolutely. And Sarah Air. AIR. Hello, Angel, Kasey, and Julius. And then we have Love Light Lauren. Hi, everyone. Beautiful background, Kasey. Absolutely. I told her when we started the show. Beautiful. I love butterflies. And this is amazing. Okay, so it says, Sarah says that there is an echo, on Kasey's end. I have not heard that echo, but if anybody else can, let us know. That would be really appreciated. I'm hearing her pretty well, but anything is possible. All right, so we also have Daylene here saying, hey, hi all, absolutely. Great to have you here as usual, Daylene. Let me scroll down. Okay, so let's go back to the questions. All right, so the question from Yesenia Lopez is the Q movement, excuse me, hold on. The first one was actually from Love Lord, excuse me. What exactly eclipsed with the moon on last Thursday night?
We're not sure what you mean by what was the eclipse. What was the eclipse? Are you asking us what the energy of the eclipse was, Master? So please come back on. We're not sure if you believe that there was a different type of a planet that eclipsed the sun, or whether you're asking if what the energy was for the eclipse last Thursday. So please clarify that so we can answer your question appropriately for you.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll be here for you, Lauren. Yesenia, is the Q movement real? Does it really have to do with the Great Awakening? Thank you.
Yes, the Q movement in many regards is real as far as the cleanup of extremely nefarious energies, trial trafficking, satanic cult leadership, satanic rule, satanic behaviors and rulerships on the Earthship. So yes, it has to do with cleaning a lot of that up. There's so much involved in the Q movement that we're not sure if you're asking us if all of it is working or parts of it are working. There's so much to it. There's so much to it. Things are working to improve the energy frequencies here on the Earthship that have bound you and controlled you and brainwashed you and poisoned you. So if you're speaking of that movement, then yes, we could say that. Some people refer to the Q movement mostly in the political arena, and other people will refer to the Q movement as much broader. Okay. We wouldn't say that it's so much the Great Awakening as the Great Disclosure. The awakening will be up to you if you decide to awaken once you find out the nightmare that you've been living in.
Fair enough. Thank you, Julius. Next question from Angel Wings Amanda. Hey, Julius, Kasey, and Angel. Last week, a seaplane went over Cairns, and immediately we had a massive storm. Why are they doing this? We've had non-stop rain for months and months. Thanks, Amanda.
Yeah, it still has to do with weather control. So here's what's interesting about weather manipulation, Master. They can disrupt weather, and they can cause reaction in weather patterns. But because the Earthship has her own soul and essence and biorhythmic consciousness to her, they can't directly control the weather. They can disrupt the weather and cause chaos. Usually, the reasons that they do that is to control the simulation or the hologram that you're living in, to make you afraid. So they're always wanting to instill fear upon all of you, because when you are in fear, you can easily be manipulated, controlled, and taken advantage of. So that's a constant. That's a constant. Then, of course, you add the layer of money. All you got to do is track the money, Master. Who makes money when there's disasters? And that's pretty much going to answer your questions as well. Now, there's been many theories out there bouncing all around and ricocheting around as to whether the White Hats or the Q movement is calling for flooding of the dams and flooding of the child trafficking tunnels. Yes, some of that is taking place, but mostly it still has to do with making money and keeping a lot of you in fear. There's still a war going on. Nothing is done yet. No, it's not done yet. So if it was, it'd be done at this point. So there's still a lot going on.
All right, thank you, Tommy. Nice to have you, Tommy. Will bird flu mutate to humans?
No, there's no such thing as a bird flu. So that's all hype. It's just not true. It's just not true. It's just another thing to control the egg production so they can jack up the egg prices. We are just telling you there's no such thing as a bird flu, and it cannot transfer to humans any more than you could transfer the flu to a chicken or a bird of any kind. So we're going to support that. It's all a bunch of propaganda and it's all a bunch of malarkey. That's what we're telling you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And now Alpine Cakery. Alpine Cakery, thank you for being here with us. Great to have you. Question. My son is on the spectrum, and how can I help him? Thank you.
Well, first thing we want to tell you is you don't need to heal him. You don't need to heal him. He's on the spectrum from vaccinations. It's a vax injury. Okay. And that's true. It is the truth. It is the truth. Okay. So on a three-dimensional aspect, there's many things that you can do to assist getting metals and plastics out of the brain. So what's causing the on the spectrum phenomenon is the aluminum and the graphene oxide and the plastics that are in his brain. And there are different types of detoxification that you can do for and with him, as well as stop putting it into him further. And that's what we will tell you.
Thank you. Darlene asks, what does Julius say a demon is?
What do we say what is?
A demon, D-E-M-O-N.
Oh, a demon. A low frequency entity, master, a low frequency energy and entity. That is the truth. You have high frequency beings, you have low frequency beings. So it's the name that humanoids have given extremely low frequency beings and energies, beings that just cause harm, just cause destruction, just cause pain and suffering, just cause collapse, and cause you or the situation to be in extreme fear and trauma. Do we say they exist? Yes, low frequency beings exist. High frequency beings exist. Low frequency beings exist. And everything in between exists.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Next question from Greg Nyman Jr. Julius, working on non-judgment of all thought, not just the negative judgment of thought. So how would you express the beauty of, say, a waterfall without judgment?
Yeah. You can say you could say, appreciation for the isness of it is the most accurate aspect of what is going on. Beautiful, unless you're going to use the word beautiful all the time to describe the essence of magnificence and intricacy and amazement of something, then that is a truth. It is the truth of pretty much almost everything. If you are using the word beautiful as a form of judgment to make it seem like it is good because it's beautiful, then you need to make an adjustment in your initiation and the emotion behind your statement. Most people usually use the word beautiful as a form of adoration or something that indicates something is good versus bad, in which case the word beautiful could be interpreted as a judgment. So to make adjustments of your emotional interpretation of how you are declaring your statement is the biggest key, because whether you are in judgment or not is the way it feels in that perspective and declaration. Or you start to use it in another form of a description, as far as, like we said, the intricacies, the possibilities, and the magnificence as an isness and a state of awareness of anything that you are perceiving.
All right, thank you so much. Next question from Sony Dean. Julius, we know that when we speak about something, our phones start giving us publicities about the same topics and products. Does it mean that we can be spied without any effort at every moment? Thank you.
Absolutely. You are being spied on all the time. All the time. Okay. So Looking Glass is a time of spyware. Okay. So they have devices in your governments that can see through your walls in 365 degrees. So you are being spied on. It's literally in your light bulbs in your house. It's literally in your wiring if your house was built within the last 10 years. It's in every electronic device in your home, from your refrigerator to your microwave to the light bulbs in your lamp, besides the devices that you are holding. If you are living in a cave, literally a cave, okay, with 20 feet of earth surrounding you and encapsulating you, they still have technology that could heat penetrate, seek you out, but are not as likely to be able to capture you visually with all the cameras that most of you are living with within the communities and the civilizations for which you reside.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Next question from Swift Sage. Space-based radar has just detected massive structures under the Middle Pyramid of Giza, including a tunnel network down to 2 kilometers deep. Can you tell us anything about this?
We could. We could tell you quite a lot about it. What will we tell you now? Interdimensional beings, interdimensional travel, what you would perceive to be aliens. it's an inner network, Master. So tunnels are everywhere under your Earthship, and they traverse to the different realms that are on your Earthship. And it's all the pyramids. And don't forget that the pyramids are inverted as well. So what you see as the pyramids, you only see about 0.03% of the pyramids. They're mostly hidden in your mountain ranges. They're hidden in your forest systems. Okay. And then they're inverted as well. But yeah, they're tunneling systems for traversing into the different realms and dimensions and to the different layers of the earth. Absolutely. Just like in Iceland, just like the poles, just like Mount Shasta, just like all of the structures and what you guys perceive to be the wonderment of high frequency places. You have a network. You have a transportation network going on just under the surface of the top layer of your Earthship, and you have doorways and gateways to enter in there as well.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And then Anna Abderholden, and her question is, my mother is 98 years old, and she is not happy, even though I do all for her. She's frustrated with her limited mobility. How can I best deal with her anger?
That's a great question, Master.
It is a great question.
So what we will tell you, Master, is you always have the choice as to whether it's going to affect your essence and your beingness or not. The ultimate aspect of a conscious journey is staying centered amidst distraction. Perhaps that's why you've placed yourself into that situation, which is an opportunity for you for focus. Unfortunately, there's not much that you can do to control or change the behavior of another other than to demonstrate who you are and hopefully inspire that person. But you have the opportunity, Master, in every single moment of your day, of your evening, to decide whether somebody else is going to control your frequency or not. And we would suggest that be what you focus on. And in mastering that, Master, you have progressed on your conscious journey in a lovely fashion.
Excellent. Thank you. Next question from Adrienne. Will Iraq revalue their currency soon?
So Iraq has many aspects of revaluing their currencies. Some of their currency has been reinstated at this time, so reinstated, and they don't consider that a revaluation. So revaluation would be a shift from what it previously was. So in a good portion of Iraq, there has been an RI, or a reinstatement of currency. They're keeping that very much under wraps because once Iraq announces their revaluation of their currency, it will act, as you know, as a domino effect for the currencies around the world. And they just haven't quite set the timing on that one yet.
All right, thank you so much. A question from our offline questions, the questions that we either do not have the time to respond on a particular show day, or that the people are sending us to the following email address: support@channelingjulius.com. support@channelingjulius.com. And the question from JC Daly is, was Jesus a pedo? Does it say in Greek he was in park at 4 a.m. with boy?
Sorry, cannot understand you. Was Jesus what?
A pedo, I guess, a pedophile, I guess.
Oh, a pedophile.
Yeah.
Masters, Yeshua ben Yosef was not a real person. It is a metaphorical, fictitious character, parabled story. That's what we will tell you.
All right, thank you. Next question, art by Amy. Is Trump really good for America and the planet? Why is he paying $8 million a day to Elon Musk?
If that is a truth, compared to the amount of money that Elon Musk is saving the earth, it's like being paid 30 cents a day to save you $1 million. It's worth the money. So, but we will tell you that there's a whole lot of distraction going on, and you have no idea what is going on because they're not telling you that. Stop reacting to things. You have no idea how you've been raped by the system for years and years and years and years. And now some of that is being disclosed to you through some of the workings that many people are doing. And if they are being compensated for that, then that's how it goes, because you're on a commodity-based system here on the Earthship. But would you rather be giving away $1 trillion to Satan and satanic rituals, or pay 30 cents to a man per day who's going to disclose that for you and save you that money? They are going to initiate Nasara Jasara, masters, and you are not going to pay taxes anymore, and you're going to get money back that you have no idea how and when it's been taken for you. So please stop playing the game of drama. Literally, masters, turn the TV off. Just turn it off. Just turn it off. There isn't anything on the television that you should be watching at this time. Just turn it off. That's what we will tell you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And I'm going to go back to what I said in the beginning of the show, which was that actually, as you know, and we thank you for being here today, last week we had to cancel the show because unfortunately, technically speaking, it was impossible. We had a tornado going on. Actually, we were in an after tornado situation and we couldn't do it. But the funny thing is, I'm going to go and share again the screen I shared before. So we were going to explain to you about this incredible how limiting beliefs are judgments of self. It is the first time it happens in our show, actually, Kasey, that we are talking to you when most of the sessions of this workshop have already happened. And the last one is going to happen in a few minutes' time.
Yeah.
So my first question to you, and obviously you know that and I know, but let's refresh the memory to our audience is, can they still join us for the last session, Q&A session today, and still get the recordings of everything else that has happened in the workshop, Kasey?
Yeah. Absolutely. So Julius is always emphasizing to all of us that the conscious journey is about judgment of self and loving yourself. And since source is all thought, most people don't have any idea how much they judge thought, and when they do, they're judging themselves. This is one of those very deeply paradoxical conversation and concept. It is a very, very deep dive. So this is our 3-part class with the far more advanced team that Julius is out every month. If you want to climb onto it, it's going to bend your brain. And it's going to provide amazing amount of information for you. But yes, absolutely, can still take part getting all the recordings, all the playbacks, and in a matter of minutes, I guess, this show is done. We're going to be doing the live Q&A. Please consider taking part in it, and you will not regret it. It's going to be one of those courses you're going to play back dozens of times with yourself so you can grasp all the concepts.
Excellent, thank you. And again, the only thing that you have to do to sign up for this last session and then actually get the recordings of the previous ones is just take your phone, open your camera of your cell phone, and then point the camera to this QR code. And you will be taken to this beautiful, beautiful landing page here that shows you and explains you everything. There's even a video from Kasey explaining the workshop. And again, in actually 40 minutes, more or less 41 minutes, the last Q&A session of this workshop is going to happen. It was a 3-part workshop. And again, you can come here. It's only $89, only $89. And also, if you have any doubts and you need additional assistance, just send an email to support@channelingjulius.com. Support@channelingjulius.com. All right. Okay. So let's continue with the show because our audience is really wanting to know more answers, and we are all about it. 1 second, please. Let me restructure. Let me go back to where we were before. All right, here we are. The next question comes from Robin Azima. It's an offline question. If I can ask Julius, we have been in a cyclone in Australia where I live, highly unusual, but wondering as we are now flooding in our area, was the cyclone called Alfred man-made or interfered with? Thank you.
Yeah, the cyclones are man-made. They're all weather manipulated at this point. Absolutely. So make no mistake about that. The catastrophic anomalies that take place across the Earthship are 90% manipulation and man-made. That is the truth. That is the truth. And we're going to go back to what we said. It has everything to do with money. It has some things to do with the tearing down of the nefarious systems, but it also has a whole lot of thought on eliminating percentages of the population and keeping people absolutely terrified and in reactive mind energy.
All right, fair enough. Let me see. The next question comes from Hilda. By the way, she's celebrating your background, and who is not amazed by this incredible background and by yourself, Hilda? Thank you. An honor to have you here as usual. And Hilda's question is, what level of consciousness are played out in dimensions that are not governed and not controlled? Are there still elements of polarity and judgment in non-governed dimensions?
It depends on the dimension, Master, and it depends on the realm that they're in. So your question is too broad. There's no set structure for it. So each realm provides an opportunity for different ways of consciousness to be played out. Some realms allow a vast array of levels of consciousness, and then there are some realms that hold steadfast to particular sets of consciousness. The Earth ship is a smorgasbord for consciousness, no matter what dimension it is. So we are going to support that whether you are from dimension 1 through 11 here on this Earthship, you have the opportunity to work out levels 1 through 7 of consciousness on this Earthship holographic projected realm.
Excellent. Thank you so much. The next question comes from Arti Sridharan. I feel tiny vibrations quite often in my body. It feels like back-to-back goosebumps. At times, intense heat on one spot of my head, on my head. Is that something to do with my physical brain or crown chakra?
You're energy sensitive, Master. You're energy sensitive. And so you're probably picking up on different wavelengths of frequencies in different situations. That's what we will tell you. Each of you literally, have you all have watched those movies where you have some type of a spy and they're going to go across some type of forbidden chamber, right? And there's invisible laser patterns that they have to weave their way through. So they put on the weird, funny goggles and suddenly you can see, all the laser shooting and they've got to move all around. Well, all of that's very real that you're walking through every single moment of every single day. There are energy fluctuations and frequencies literally being fired at you from all directions. And you just walk through all of these frequencies all the time. And most people don't notice them. And so we would tell you, Master, you're probably just picking up, not just picking up, but wonderfully picking up on many, many, many different ways of frequency variations that you are walking through, and it affects your energy frequency. So it causes chaos in your energetic bodies, your 7 energetic bodies, as well as any and all of the systems, and definitively affects your nervous system and your sacrum system as well.
Excellent. Thank you. Next question from Elizabeth Wall. Again, thank you everybody for being here. We see our friends, but also we see new faces, quote unquote. We see new names and we appreciate you for being here. We are very happy that you are allowing us through Kasey Speer to channel Julius and answer your questions. Elizabeth Wolf is asking, hi, Julius, is Epstein's lawyer part of the show? Because he said he's been cleared out of all accusations. Is that true? Why was the Biden lawyer killed?
Master, you're just watching nonsense. You're just watching nonsense. It's already been handled and it's already done. Okay. None of the people that you are listening to are even alive, and none of them is working this out in current time. Okay. You might as well go down to your local theater and watch Shakespeare play out and then come back and ask us what our opinion are of those actors. Okay. They're all actors. It's all nonsensical drama. There is disclosure that is taking place. They are trying to find ways to convince the world about new information in the same manner that they convinced the world of the lies. That's all that's going on.
All right. Thank you so much. This is going to be a long question, okay? So bear with me, please, Kasey and Julius. Hi, Julius. I have a question regarding general anesthesia. I recently underwent surgery where I was put to sleep for around 4 hours. I didn't remember a single thing that went on, which was great, of course. It has raised a few questions regarding our own consciousness or awareness. If we are awareness, that cannot be dismissed. If we are awareness that cannot be diminished, how comes when under general anesthesia, my awareness is of nothingness? Like, my awareness ceases to exist. Why isn't my awareness aware? Does it lay dormant? Why don't we dream under anesthesia too? Really grateful for your insight. Sending you love and light.
Yeah. You are under all of that awareness, Master. Your receptors in your brain have been blocked. That's what's going on. So on a third dimensional aspect, the receptors of your brain have been blocked for recall. So your question isn't about whether your consciousness has been cut off. Your question is that your memory has been cut off, just like it is in the amnesic state when you reincarnate. But it doesn't mean your consciousness is ever cut off. So please be mindful of your vocabulary and your understanding of what is taking place, okay? Your brain's receptors, memory receptors, can be blocked and interfered with, but you do not have to have a brain to be living in live consciousness aspect.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Next question from Marzina. Hi, Sue. Sue is a member of our production team, by the way, for the ones that are new today. In one of the recent shows, Julius said that earrings or necklaces from crystals can protect the brain from EMF, electromagnetic fields. Would Julius have any recommendations which crystal stones to use? Thank you. With the spring greetings to the whole team.
So anything in the really, really deep dark colorations, okay, the really, really deep, rich, dark hues have a lot of great, blocking power, okay? And some people will just say that any form of crystals, can help detour and help to divert, okay? Shungite is fabulous. Obsidian is fabulous. Moldavite can be fabulous if you want. Fluorite can be fabulous if you want. So, an array of crystals can totally help to clear and help to clean, situations. Smoky quartz is also another fabulous crystal to use. So you'll notice that it's a lot of the deep colorations and the deep tones, as well as amethyst when it comes to blocking and clearing the EMF frequencies.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Next question comes from Sony Dean. By the way, because there's a lot of new people today in the audience, so I just wanted to explain, we do not forget your question. So if you've asked more than one question, it's not that we have forgotten the second one. It's just that we follow a certain criteria to be able to respond to as many people as possible in the audience. Okay, so basically what we do is we ask the first question of everybody, then we go to offline questions, and then we come back. And right now I'm coming back to the online questions with the second question from Sony Dean. Julius, we came on Earth obviously knowing what is going on. before incarnate. And we came anyway. So I guess we wanted to accomplish something or to help in some way. Was it to make the connection with our divine nature in a human body? Thank you.
Master, you are not connected to divine nature. You are source. You are source. Okay? You're not connected to anything. You are everything. You are everything. Okay? And you are having a physical experience in order to know yourself through a physical experience. That's what you are doing. That's what every frequency that is moving is doing. So you don't come with some type of a playbook, anybody's agenda for you. You don't even come with a purpose in a sense that there's an objective for you. Okay. Everything, everywhere that creates an emotional response from you is expanding you in knowing yourself as source. And so every type of a realm, every type of dimension that stimulates an emotional interaction from you is you doing the exact same thing as what everybody is doing here. And that is knowing themselves as source through the physical. Now, how you choose to do that is 100% up to you, 1,000%, 1,000,000%, because you're source. Because you can't remember that your source doesn't change what is actually happening. How do you know yourself as source? Through many things, through difficulties, through struggles, through easement, through joy, through happiness, through everything that you are doing. And in being here, masters, you are expanding yourself exponentially, because the truth is there's only one of you here. So you are not separate and singular, masters. We are all source energy, and we are knowing ourselves infinitely in an infinite array of possibilities, in an infinite aspect of the moment of now, of ourselves as source potential.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Next question from Ashley Bell Caswell. On a trip to Mexico, my 13-year-old son sleepwalked at 3 a.m. in the morning from our hotel room to the hotel lobby. He said he heard a fire alarm and a voice that told him to meet family in the lobby. Why did this happen to him?
He's probably just crossed timelines, master. He probably just crosses timelines. So when you sleepwalk, you've stepped into another timeline where you're in another awakened state. Happens a lot with young people, just because they're so open aware to it. So he just stepped into another timeline.
Excellent. Thank you. Next question from Sandra Townsend. After regular chiropractic treatment, I still had pain in my left arm, which caused hand numbness. As soon as I rang and brought my next treatment forward, the pain suddenly disappeared. Why?
Well, probably had to do with an adjustment somewhere else in your body, master. So your nervous system runs into, is cross-pollinated in a network through your whole systems. And even though chiropractic adjustments are amazing, and the practitioners do the best they can in knowing what they do know in making adjustments related to what is going on. But numbness is always about a nerve block or some type of nerve disruption. And so whatever got moved or resolved, which could just you be going and sitting in the car afterwards, or you getting up and walking across the room, a couple of days later, that relieves the nerve of where it was probably being pinched off or irritated. But that can happen with the easiest movements. That can end up with turning, twisting, bending, lying, sitting, as well as a car accident. So give your chiropractor credit. They are amazing healing practitioners. Many of them are, and they are doing their best to read your body. And also remember this, master, your body is not straight and it's not even. It's not symmetrical. Okay. Nobody's body is absolutely symmetrical. You're always crooked. Okay. They do their best to bring symmetry to your body, but none of you are symmetrical. So just keep that in mind. And that always is easier for you to explain why things glitch and why things go out and why you have more movement, more range of movement in one direction than you do another, depending on literally the bilaterally configurations of your spinal column, okay, and things of that nature. So always keep that in mind.
Wonderful, thank you. Next question from Alpine Cakery. If allowed to ask another question, of course you are. Alpine Cakery, what is the highest vibrational non-touch energy medicine modality pranic healing? Crystalline consciousness. Oh, she's asking which is the highest. Which is the highest vibrational non-touch energy medicine modality?
Well, masters, each of you has your own opinion about that. Source energy is all of it. Omni quantum energy is going to be probably one of the highest measured, and there's less than a dozen practitioners on the Earthship right now that can work with that energy. But that energy isn't always needed. So there's a typical range of energetic frequencies that people use, and they range from universal energies to celestial energies to galactic energies, quantum energies, omni-quantum energies. There's plasmatic energies. So all of them are beautifully effective on different things. So you don't always have to use a fire hose to floss teeth. Okay. So it's learning the mastery of the nuances, master, for what it is that you are dealing with, where in the energetic bodies the energy work needs to take place, because each of the 7 energetic bodies has a different range of what energy is appropriate to be used in there. Okay. So your question, we understand why you're asking your question, master, but the verbiage can vary from people. Okay. So you're asking us to give you an English language description of source energies. Okay. When you are embodied, you have generally the highest ability in the 6th level of consciousness is to be transferring omni-quantum energy. That energy generally comes beyond your galaxy, which is a dark galaxy, in the white galaxy, if you have access to that.
Excellent, wonderful, thank you. Let me share actually one of the comments from a member of the audience. As you know, I like to share a few comments from time to time, now and then. And Hilda B is actually saying this, and I would like to give a little bit more of context, if you were so kind. Kasey, what is she referring to? Hilda is saying we had part 1 of 6 of your multidimensional holographic energy field. Amazing in uppercase and with an exclamation mark at the end. It moved me to tears of joy several times. I also love having the transcript. Tomorrow, part 2. Very exciting. What is Hilda referring to, Kasey?
Another series that we're doing. So if you go to the website, channelingjulius.com, we have a 6-part series that we are doing with Julius, who's talking all about your multidimensional holographic energy field. This program is over the top information from Julius explaining everything that you are as energy in the human experience. It's crazy. Thank you, Hilda, for those kind words. Over the years, Angel, Julius has provided information on kind of separate subject matters that kind of stack onto each other about all the different forms of energy that we are. We decided, Sue actually came up with the idea to put it all in a huge package, and it's crazy. And so the first module, we were supposed to go an hour. We went deep into an hour and a half. It's over the top. Yes, you can participate. This is probably going to be the best $200 you're going to spend on information about who you are, what you're doing, what all of your energy systems are about, how to control them and how to use them. And we only have gone on the first module, and there's 6. And it's also going to end up and cap off with an incredible energy process from Julius. That alone can sometimes cost upwards of $100, just that energy process that they're going to do at the end. And that's what she's talking about. So we have so much going on right now. In fact, we were laughing. I'm like, am I doing class tonight, or are we doing the other module for the package? Thank God my team keeps me in alignment. Julius is exploding right now, especially in the last 60 days. And we have so much that we are launching in addition to.
Whoop. I think we've had an issue here. Hold on a second. All right. I think we have 1 second. Had a glitch here. All right. She is back. Sorry about that. You were in the middle of an explanation. So excited. Carry on, please.
Yeah. So what I was saying was we have so much going on with Julius right now. The information is coming in at such an intensity level that we've dispersed it into different programs. So this is that 6-part class that you can take part in. Go to the website, channelingjulius.com, or like you said, you can send a message to Sue. You can watch them live, you get the video replay, and you get transcripts of the information. This is going to be another one of those packages that you're going to use for the rest of your life. There it is. Look at that. And it's crazy. Hilda, thank you for your kind words. And we're just getting in it. So you can catch up on this module and then be ready for the live of the second module tomorrow night if you guys are interested in that.
And you would ask yourselves, why are we doing so much at the same time? Because this is what we do at Expansion Network. Yeah. Accelerating the consciousness of humanity every single day. And we would love to have more hands. We're doing our best, and we have always all these amazing series that are happening at the same time simultaneously. All right, I'm going to leave this here until the end of the show today. It's going to be actually the last question of the show, most likely from Hilda B. Are the butterflies sentient beings?
So, sentience is in reference, Master, to soul essence. A soul is the emotional processor of thought. When you have the ability to feel empathy and compassion, then you are living and expressing and experiencing from a soul. So when you're talking about, insectoids, mollusks, mammals, invertebrates, all of these different things and all of these flora and fauna and creatures and essences here on the Earthship, Master, it comes down to asking and wondering, does that creature have the ability to nurture? Okay? And if that is a truth, then it has a soul initiated within it and can definitively be a massive part of source consciousness knowing itself. What we can tell you is the butterfly is an interdimensional being. It is a very etheric, it's like angelic energy. It's celestial and etheric. It definitively has the ability to feel or to nurture. Not in the way humans do, but its communication and its interdimensional communication ability is amazing. What most people don't understand is that butterflies answer your callings. They answer you. Okay. Dragonflies are the same thing. So there are these wonderful essences of shifting and possibilities and manifestation and healing and enlightenment. And in many, many, many cases, Masters, there are these beautiful, beautiful little messages coming from other beings around you. So when there are other interdimensional beings, we call them circumstantial beings, and they're trying to get your attention. A lot of times they'll use the butterflies, the dragonflies, they'll use, the birds and, all kinds of flowers, blooming around you. Even bumblebees, beautiful bumblebees and hummingbirds and things like that. So all of those creatures are very, very interdimensional. They're generally closer to being fourth dimensional beings than third dimensional beings. So we're going to support that. We agree with you that they have a sentience about them. They have a soul essence about them. It is not exactly the same depth of empathy and compassion as you feel as a humanoid, but be kind to them, love them, protect them, nurture them, and see them as a gift to yourself from yourself. They are amazing, amazing. And as is everything, Master, as is everything. So another beautiful thing about them is a lot of times they show up to remind you to love yourself. Somebody is usually sending them to you to remind you of how beautiful you are, and that it's a wonderful time to take a moment for appreciation for yourself and all the beautiful or perfect things, which is everything that is in your life.
Excellent. That was the last question of today's show. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Again, we have an incredible family. We have an incredible production team. And we appreciate you for being with us early in the show. Again, we are going to have in 15 minutes the last session, the last Q&A of the series related to limiting beliefs and judging yourself. I still left up here the QR code for the other session we spoke about, the one that Hilda B referred to. And as Greg was just saying right now, an epic show as always. We absolutely are off the charts. We are super excited. Our pleasure. Again, anything else before we go, Kasey?
We always try to find new ways of speaking appreciation to everybody. And there's only so many words in the vocabulary, right? Thank you all. What can I say? Your energy is amazing. We love you. We feel you. Everything right back at you. Thank you always for your patience when we have glitches and things like that. Join us. Join Julius. Oh, I do want to say, Angel, if I can say it really, really quickly, because Sue's going to be like, oh, please tell them. We're doing a new Channeling Julius page on Facebook. So it's Channeling Julius through Kasey. And it's a mirroring Facebook page, and we really need people to like it, climb on it, and get it shifted over, because we're going to have to close the other one down in about another 30 days or so. So we could use everybody's support on this. If you'll go to Facebook and you'll look up Channeling Julius through Kasey, please. If you need to, you can contact Sue. She can tell you exactly how to go there. Please like us. Please subscribe to us. It takes a certain amount of viewership and a certain amount of subscribers for me to be able to post our videos, my live videos on that. And I need to build those numbers up so I can talk to you guys and get my daily live videos with all of you. So we would really, 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 really love everybody to run to Facebook and do that for us if you can.
Well, and speaking of, I believe this is the place, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
So a perfect production team reacting really fast in the background. This is the place where we would like you to go and do exactly this, okay? So we just have to go here, Channeling Julius through Kasey, Channeling Julius through Kasey, and you go there and you do like, okay? And then blah, blah, blah. I think that you can probably, it's telling me many more things. Probably I might be, and I might have admin privileges. That's why it's asking me so many questions. So I'm not going to pick any of those because I don't want to mess around with our incredible team that knows exactly what options it should pick. But anyway, for you guys, go and like, and we obviously would like to have the hundreds and thousands that we had before in the other page. So this is the page that she was referring to. Let me hide this comment here so we have it full screen. Okay, so this is the new Channeling Julius through Kasey Facebook page, through which we will be soon also broadcasting live our show. Okay, so as Kasey said, within 30 days, we'll definitely switch the previous one off and we will leave this one on moving forward. All right, all right, all right. So let me stop sharing here and let's say goodbye again. Amazing show as usual. I'm going to play the outro video. We love you guys, as you know. See you next Sunday. It's going to be the 30th of March 2025 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? We love you. Thank you for being here with us today. See you soon. Bye-bye.